Chapter 935. At this time, a very worried Emma was also rushing to Wingsman Hospital. She was feeling very anxious because she heard that her mother's leg was broken. She didn't even know what had happened to her mother during the past 2 days. After Elaine hung up the phone, she held her right leg in her hand as she broke out in cold sweat from the pain. At this time, Elaine screamed as she urged the driver with an annoyed expression on her face, "Can you drive your broken car a little faster? Why are you driving so slowly? Do you know that I am already hurt right now?" The cab driver replied indifferently, "There is a speed limit that I have to adhere to when driving in the city. I have to follow the speed limit regulations strictly. I will not only get my points deducted if I speed, but reckless driving will also pose a great threat to the pedestrian's safety." "Who would you be threatening?" Elaine was furious. When she heard the cab driver's words, she started scolding him angrily. "Can you drive faster? I am hurting so much right now. Are you trying to make more money out of me? Is that the reason why you are driving so slowly? If I end up disabled because of you, I will make sure that I settle this score with you." The cab driver replied helplessly, "I am already driving this car fast enough. If you think that I am driving too slowly, then you can get off and hail another cab instead." Elaine did not even bother to think about his words and she simply blurted out, "What kind of attitude is this? Do you believe that I am going to file a complaint against you? Do you believe that I am going to make you lose your employment today?" The cab driver replied angrily, "I am following the traffic rules and regulation and I am driving safely. What do you have to complain about me? Are you going to file a complaint saying that I refuse to speed when you ask me to?" Elaine gritted her teeth as she cursed, "I will complain and tell your employer that you were acting indecently and sexually harassing me." The cab driver started laughing out loud. At this time, he looked at Elaine through the rearview mirror before he said contemptuously, "Did you even look at yourself in the mirror today? Do you even know how ugly you look? You do not even have your 2 front teeth, and you actually have the guts and face to say that I was sexually harassing you? I would have to burn incense to thank God if you did not sexually harass me." Elaine was at a loss for words. She really did not expect the cab driver to talk back at her or ridicule her ugliness at the moment. Elaine got even angrier at this time and she shouted coldly, "What is your name? Which company are you working for? Do you believe that I am going to call your company to complain about you right now?" When the cab driver heard Elaine's words, he immediately lost his temper and he pulled over the car by the side of the road before he said disdainfully, "If you want to make a complaint, you can complain all you want. I do not want to take your services anymore. Please get out of my car now." Elaine started cursing, "You are asking me to go down now? Who do you think you are? You better start driving right now. Do you hear me? If the treatment for my broken leg is delayed because of you, I will definitely fight you until the end." The driver turned off his car directly before he sneered and said, "I am sorry, but my car is broken and I cannot move it right now. If you do not want to get off, you can just stay here and wait with me then." Elaine really did not expect the other party not to be threatened by her at all. She wanted to continue getting angry at the cab driver, but the driver simply pushed his car door open before he stepped out to smoke a cigarette. Alex, who was sitting in the co-driver's seat, could not help but feel a little amused. His mother-in-law never seemed to know how to act under any situation. She was the one with the broken leg and she was the one who needed treatment as soon as possible. The cab driver did not break his leg, and he was not in a rush for any treatment at all. What would she gain by acting snobbishly and yelling at the cab driver? Now that the cab driver had already refused to send her to the hospital, wasn't she the one who was causing the treatment for her broken leg to be delayed? However, Alex did not care at all. At this time, he deliberately asked, "Mom, what are we going to do now? Do you really want to continue sitting here?" Elaine was about to explode in anger, but she knew that she had to rush to the hospital as soon as possible to receive treatment for her broken leg. Otherwise, it would be bad if she suffered from any sequelae and ended up as a disabled person in the future. Therefore, she hurriedly told Alex, "Go down and stop another cab for us." Alex nodded before he stepped out of the car. After that, he walked to the side of the road to wait for a short while before he tried to hail another cab.